Okay, so now that you know all the needs of a tomato, we need to look at the needs of people, humans. Now, we do have loners and things and people, but overall, a good look at the needs of humans. When I was a kid, I wanted to breed parakeets. Another little crazy story. So in my bedroom, they built a parakeet cage that was big. And one of the family friends came over and saw the cat. I said, "Hey, look at my cage for my birds." And I said, "Look, I've got all this parakeet food, and I got cuddle bone, and I got the little watering things and everything." And I remember the family friend saying, "You know, boy, if you don't give it to them, they're not gonna get it." I said, "But I got the food, I got the cuddle bone, I got the water." That's what they tell me. They need more than that. They need variety. When they're feeding the little babies, they need soft food. It needs to have these nutrients and things like that. So you have to be an expert at that for parakeets. But look, we have humans that are basically in a cage. As Crazy Dose Incorporated said, we want to be a golden cage where people don't want to leave. All of their needs, they're healthy, they're happy, all their needs are met. So let's look at a few of the gurus and see what they say about needs. First of all, we have Maslow. You've probably seen the hierarchy of Maslow with these things on it in some class, if not numerous classes. We start out at the bottom, and I just want to briefly go over these. Physiological needs such as food, water, air, and sleep. We all need those things. And once those things are satisfied, then the person will move up a level on the hierarchy and seek to fulfill more needs, such as safety needs. Well, we have ourself, our family. You can think about feeling safe at home. We'd need a place to stay, a place that's protected, and in the job place, job security. That's why progressive companies say, we are going to protect jobs. We have a no layoff policy, and we're going to do everything we can to protect the employees, customer, cash. So, and then we have love and belongingness. Once we feel safe, we will begin to think according to the hierarchy, and it can go different ways, but the love and belongingness, so we need to seek out friendship, focus on family, wanting to be accepted, and in the workplace, it could be a team-oriented kind of workplace. We have coworkers that we are comfortable talking to. If the employee is in fear, they won't open up and trust others, and therefore they can't have the team experience, the coworkers, having that friend at work. So, and that's a lonely existence. Self-esteem then would come into play, where we want to have respect by others and respect for ourselves, some kind of achievement and some kind of success. You've probably had those days where everything went wrong and your self-esteem was low. Then higher up, and it might not happen on the job, but we have self-actualization, and where creativity comes into play, having joy in life, basically swimming in life, and now we have time to help others. There's different levels of self-actualization, and depending on you and your personality and what really makes you thrive in life, it may not be possible, but we could get close, where people are fearless and swimming in life. Okay, so we have, these are the hierarchy of needs from Maslow. He didn't say wants, he said needs. Now, we go to Herzberg, who has a two-factor kind of thing going on here. He says that some things lead to dissatisfaction or being in a state of no dissatisfaction. And then he says other things create a state of satisfaction or no satisfaction. So this right here will only achieve no dissatisfaction. I'm not happy, I'm just not unhappy. So these things that would go into a state of dissatisfaction or no dissatisfaction include pay, policies, working conditions, and job security. That's not going to make you happy according to Herzberg. It's just not going to, if these are met, you just won't be dissatisfied. So in order to achieve satisfaction for the employee, there needs to be opportunities for promotion, according to Herzberg, personal growth, recognition, responsibility, and achievement. So these are higher level kinds of things. Now you think about it. When we deal with Herzberg, and I'll do a video for organizational behavior probably that's a better fully explains Herzberg. But you think about it. What does the primal manager concentrate on? Concentrates on pay, policies, and maybe working conditions. That you get a fan in the office or something, you get lights. And I also want to go back up here to Maslow and ask yourself, where are the employees on Maslow's hierarchy of needs? And well, this is basic pay, they get paid, and safety. Do they have job security? Well, if your employees are, paid enough to be able to feed themselves, buy clothes, and then we move up to this level of safety, and do they have job security? And I'm thinking more than 50% of the employees around town that you see are in a question mark situation here with job security. They don't get the opportunity to get up into here. And I would say it's at least half. Always being threatened by fear and whether or not they'll have a job tomorrow. So they can't really get to these levels. Also, okay, go back to Herzberg. Managers a lot of times say, hey, we give you good working conditions and pay is okay. We haven't, you've had some job security, you have labor law, and that's all they get. Well, you don't really get credit for this. You get to zero. You get to zero right here, and if you want to go above zero, you'd focus on these things. And a lot of managers can't do that, and therefore the employees are starving. They are in the cage, and their needs are not being met. Now we go over to Oldman and Hackman, and this is the 5 jobs characteristics factors, and things that create a motivated employee would include skill variety, being able to use a lot of different skills, having variety, doing different things. That alleviates the boredom. It also builds self-esteem. There's a sense of achievement because we're having to do a lot of things. Things are complicated. They're not simple, like job simplification, where we make the job so simple and it would just bore you to death. Another factor on the 5 jobs is task identity. Here again, addressing job simplification. That's a difficult term. It was for me for years. Task identity, I put percentage of the whole, meaning it's more motivating and meaningful to build engine than it would be to just put the windshield wiper on a car. Not a lot of pride. What'd you do? I put the windshield wiper, the left one. You didn't put the right, no, just the left one. And where's the pride in that? And task significance, basically, is it meaningful? So we're not just dealing with monkeys here. This is all personal growth, recognition, responsibility, achievement. This is achievement. This is helping others, joy, being creative, meaningfulness is important. So these are human needs. And then autonomy, can I do it my way? That's not always possible. If you're an employee to make a hamburger, there's one best way to make a hamburger. And that's the way they want it, because they want consistency. But if at all possible, can you offer the employee the autonomy and let them have a say in how things are done? And also feedback. Feedback's important. Now you think about a lot of employees, they don't get any feedback. When I go to the grocery store, I don't think once have I said, wow, the aisles look really nice. Everything is so clean in here. I've never done that. What about my wife having a baby at the hospital? We left with the baby and, you know, I don't think I said to the nurse, great job. I might have. I know I said thanks. But do they know that the baby's still okay? That it was delivered properly? Okay, so think about all of these elements if we can put them into a job. Now we have Daniel Pink, who comes along and kind of puts this a little bit together. But he says people want a purpose, and oftentimes they want to be part of something bigger than themselves. They want to become good at something. They want to become good. And he repeats autonomy. Can I do it my way? Do I have to do it your way and the micromanagement stuff? So really, being good at something, you know, goes up here to self-esteem. We have meaningful here. We have meaningful here. Responsibility. This is like being an adult. People have the need to be treated like an adult. Is that true? No. Okay, so we talked about the tomatoes and the needs of tomatoes. Here's some of the needs of humans. Now ask yourself again. This all goes back to the: are you a 4-foot tall employee or a 28-foot tall employee? Next time you're at the bank, next time you see the bank manager, say, "How are your 4-foot tall tomatoes?" And then just walk away. Are the employees thriving? Do they have an opportunity to thrive? Or are they, what's the other word? Thriving or surviving, something like that. Okay, so there you are. Freeze frame this, take some notes, see how you and your people are doing in terms of needs on the job.